I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen. I feel like talking right now.
Is something on your mind?
Do you think Caldeum is under attack as well?
It must be.
At least they have the Iron Wolves. The Lord of Lies could not break them. The Angel of Death will not either. Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
Ha! And now he won't go away.
You don't feel responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadric by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge. Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadric.
Get out of my sight.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves. My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. Now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
Those who perish without embracing Malthael are eternally...
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met. For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
That sounds like magic. Or melancholy. I cannot tell which.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
There are many who do not forget the dead, Irena. They serve a purpose, as do we.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It worked for you.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
It could have been chance. Or a deliberate act.
I must know which. I will discover the truth. When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Viserys magic from before we served the Prophet.
That is strange. Did anything else happen?
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again. And this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
They have never cared for our kind. But these are the first to act against us. I will handle them.
Good.
Geldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads. Always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
My duty is my future.
So serious. Just because you're fated to save the world doesn't mean you shouldn't have a good time. What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
All priests of Rathma make a similar sacrifice.
It was no sacrifice. We Vetchen often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
I don't suppose you have other insights into Urzael.
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
Is that all?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what Urzael has become.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
Now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I? You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
So the Horodrim have returned.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are. My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Why didn't you?
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them? Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
Yes, but I had assistance.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
The world will always have some evil in it, but it never could have withstood so much. It is better if people remain ignorant of such things.
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was unlike anyone I ever knew. A normal man on the surface, but with a heart for all the world and everything in it. His death was a great disruption in the balance.
Could one man make such a difference?
Always. Did you ever consider destroying the Soul Stone?
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous Soulstones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
Soldiers have been holding out for some time.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us. But even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
The rest of the kingdom should have sent reinforcements by now.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
Unfortunate. Any progress?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan. Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
He was never meant to explore the domain of death. What would Rathmas say if he were here? I have read spells about crucibles that could enslave the dead. Now angels are using them?
Sadly, yes.
And the Death Maidens as well.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
What can Malthael do with the Black Soulstone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
Even he would not dream of unleashing the Lord of Terror, would he? Your wounds are deep, aren't they?
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
I'm sure you have carried greater burdens. Malthael doesn't intend to kill you, does he?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
We humans also possess the blood of angels.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Did you know Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
Nothing we have seen in all our travels, no matter how grotesque, prepared me for this.
That is not possible. I must have a corpse. That is not possible for that.
That is not possible. That needs to recharge.
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne of Westmarch.
You mean yourself?
My grandmother was the daughter of Coralon, but he would not claim her because she was born of a courtesan, not a queen. With the peasants supporting me, Westmarch will become a place of freedom and equality. The idle rich will be no more. Of course, there will be some bloodshed, We must make a few examples, consolidate our power. A small price to pay.
You would upset the balance for personal gain. I will not stand idly by.
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, you primitive heathen.
Let us have at it then, foul traitor.
That is not possible.
I must have a corpse.
I have come to realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These Reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
Give it more time.
I require a corpse for that. No.
I expected more!
Embraces you.
That is not possible.
I need a corpse. Returning to town.
This will help.
All that I have said has come to pass.
Prepare for the worst, my brother always said. How goes it?
We have to do something. Tyrion's probably leading those bastards to school.
Just because Tyrion's an angel doesn't mean he's evil, right?
That needs to recharge.
Not enough essence.
Help! Someone! Anyone! Is there someone there? Help us, please!
That is not possible.
I must have a corpse. I need to go back.
Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm sixth in line for the throne. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
I don't know that I will ever feel safe again. To know that angels or demons, or who knows what else, can kill thousands of us anytime they choose.
I hope you're not my last customer.
What's over there?
That is not possible. That is not possible. I must wait.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
Who would be that you consider that?
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
I need a corpse. The power you do not comprehend, Angel. I am returning to town.
If Tyrael is helping Malthael, we should run. We can do it.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
The streets are not clear. Some of our enemies remain.
I don't care.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it. How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rackus conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
The king of Westmarch is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
Urzael is dead, and only a few Reapers remain.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
Not yet. We still don't know where Malthael is hiding.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
I cannot follow you if we just stand around.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but not his master. Once he is dead, you will be safe.
I believe you.
Cheldo, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
Fine.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
You were right. I do not like that. The angels will not aid us.
There is confusion and dissension in the high heavens. You must remember, Malthael was our leader once.
All the more reason to confront him.
Imperius commands the host, and he will not unleash them on a fellow angel, especially a former member of the Angiras Council.
He will regret that.
Urzael is slain. Westmarch is saved. And yet these thoughts weigh constantly upon me.
The others may celebrate, but we know the truth. Many more will die before this war is over.
Wise words, my friend. Still, we must keep going forward. Your persistence has taught me that much.
You're not going anywhere without me.
What?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
You are the first to question my restraint, Lorath. Dead angels now rest with the human corpses on the roads of Westmarch. But more will die, unless we know where Malthael is hiding. I cannot imagine how Adria came by this knowledge, but somewhere in the Blood Marsh, our answers await.
I know what Adria did to Leah. We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe. But Malthael found it all the same.
Give it more time.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
What a surprise.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
That is not possible. afraid not. I cannot do that.
This was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
Adria was clever, but so are we.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
I know.
Give it more time. Give it more time.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
When this is over...
What? I'm not dead? You have my thanks. But a word of warning. These animals carry a plague and must be killed before it spreads.
My father could never understand.
To create a potion to fight it, I cut one of them open and took its innards. They smell it on me. That's why they're attacking.
I must have a
That is not possible.
Prepare for a long fight! They should have run when they had the chance.
Do you know what fear is? Fear of who you are. The fear of what your own blood would do if they knew what you were.
Give it more time.
You could never understand it. People look to you as a savior. Have you ever thought about the lives you've taken? They were fathers, lovers, daughters.
I must wait.
You asked me what I see when I look into the fire. I see a burning man.
That needs to recharge.
I see a burning witch. I see terror and a hunger that will consume everything. What hope do the works of men have against such all-consuming hunger? I gave myself to the flames.
This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
I will try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
My father burned. He screamed as the flames consumed him, and the smell was sickly sweet. He had found me. For once in his life he had noticed me. And when he saw that the flames did not touch me,
give it more time.
He breathed one word. It was his last.
I cannot do that. I need a corpse. Afraid not. is not possible.
This is not the way to Corvus.
That is not possible.
You with a fine corpse.
No.
You are not the one I've been waiting for. Just another of the sickly children. Do not worry. I will end your misery.
For your superior well-being.
I'm afraid not.
Look at our weak offspring and filled with rage. Killing is a mercy, but one I have been unable to extend to myself. I must seek another to do what is finally not, before the endless days drive me to madness.
I must wait.
All must serve the cycle.
I have uncovered an obscure and ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name.
This is not the right entrance.
The Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock their powers once again.
The thing.
I'm afraid not.
That is not possible. No.
Our opponents may be strong,
No.
but I will not.
Give it more time.
I'm afraid not.
How long do you think Adria would last if I held her head?
That is not possible. I cannot do that.
This world can abide.
I cannot do that. I must wait.
A grave beckon.
That is not possible. Give it more time. Another guide stone will help me find the correct passage. Who knows whether this is the right passage or not?
Give it more time.
Waited for this knowledge.
Your death nears!
I must wait.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Fear to end. These won't go down easily.
I cannot do that.
That was a worthy foe. Glorious.
I will bring the light of Zakarum to the heathens. Here in the east, the power of Zakarum wanes, but in the west it will rise, stronger and greater than ever. Yet I have another purpose. The lost Nephilim city of Corvus lies in the west. I will find it.
Give it more time. That is not possible. I must wait. No.
Weakness consumes you.
Give it more time.
Must be the building of an angel and a demon's parents.
founded a settlement near the Western Sea. It will grow to be a great city in time. Now that my people are settled, I can begin my own search for the ruins of the Nephilim city, Corvus. The tome implied that it was near this very region.
Give it more time. That needs to recharge.
Wait here, Lorath.
You're going to kill her, aren't you?
Still you ask these questions?
We have begun searching the marsh for the ruins of Corvus. This stinking, festering swamp is punctuated by worn blocks of stone. Perhaps these ancient sentinels are all that remain of the proud Nephilim city. No, there is more to be found. I know it.
Bryson made a mistake, but he can still learn.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Ah, so it's a personal matter.
What are you talking about?
You cannot control your emotions, so you drive people away instead. It seems to be effective, if misguided.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Shira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Browsing's free. For now. I only come to this city twice a year to sell my inventory. Just my luck this is going on. All right.
No one sees them.
Everyone's dead. Everyone in the city is...
He's been saying something new, but I haven't been able to make out the words. He's getting weaker.
The witch!
There are no witches here in Westmarch. They've all been driven out.
Adria.
All right, it's him or us. Are you ready?
I don't know. That glowing sword looks sharp.
Wish I could go fight.
Thank you. Good choice.
face you! No. Give it more time.
I believe he is a more honorable man than he lets on.
That is not possible. That needs to recharge. That is not possible. Grave beckons. Give it more time. My master will take unafraidness. Death nears. Prepare for a long fight. That is not possible. That needs to recharge.
Last night, I found the ruined Nephilim city. When I stepped into the buried catacombs, I felt a stirring in my blood. And then a wondrous thing, a dim light began to glow all around me. Not cast by any torch.
That is not possible.
It was as though the very stones acknowledged my presence.
That is not possible.
Embraces you.
possible. That is not possible. I'm afraid not. Give it more time. That is not possible. That is not possible. That needs to recharge. The grave beckons.
That needs to recharge.
Decay and rot.
I'm afraid not.
Your death nears.
That's what's invigorating. To have Irena here with us. I mean, she's a good fight to have by your side.
The night embraces you.
That is not possible.
That is not possible. All must serve the cycle. No. That is not possible. I'm afraid not. No. I am returning to town.
Do you prefer slashing or stabbing? Or shooting?
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria!
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs. Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him. No. He always finds a way. My master will return. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Adria had conjured an image of pandemonium before I interrupted her.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I need to go back. Malthael seems to be in pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
And what does that entail?
The only way to pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
The darkness grows while we stand about.